Have you ever wondered how the IRB review process works? This short video will show you how it works and where your research fits in that process. For this presentation, we will use the minimal risk study as an example, as most of the research at CU Boulder falls into the minimal risk category. The IRB review process begins when you submit your study materials in ERA. Once submitted, it immediately moves to the IRB intake status. If you are a student, your submission will move to the IRB intake status after your faculty advisor approves it. IRB staff have 10 business days to review intake submissions. During IRB intake, IRB staff review submissions to ensure they are complete before assigning them to an IRB coordinator for review. If documents or information are missing from the submission, the reviewer changes the status to incomplete, and the investigator will need to respond to the incomplete in ERA. When the response is submitted, the IRB review clock starts over. If the submission is complete, it is assigned to an IRB coordinator for review. The IRB coordinator has 10 business days from the date the submission is assigned to him or her to review the submission. If everything is satisfactory, the IRB coordinator will approve the submission. If changes are required, the IRB coordinator sets the status to modifications required, and the investigator will need to respond to the modifications required in ERA. When the response is submitted, the review clock starts over. Keep this process in mind when setting a timeline for your research. For example, a complete submission that does not require any modifications, which will move from IRB intake to IRB coordinator to approve, can take up to 20 business days for IRB review from the initial submission to final approval. On the other hand, a complete submission that requires one round of modifications, which will move from IRB intake to IRB coordinator to modifications required, then the PI response will move through IRB intake to IRB coordinator to approve, could take up to 40 business days for IRB review from the initial submission to final approval. These 40 days do not include the amount of time it takes the investigator to make the necessary changes and submit the response materials in ERA. And of course, if you have any questions about your research, please email us at irbadmin@colorado.edu or call 303-735-3702.